Have you ever searched for the presence of God? Maybe you've wandered from congregation to congregation, longing to find what it feels like to be in God's presence. Well, if so, then you're in luck, because in Psalm 139, verses 7 through 12, the psalmist writes an entire stanza dedicated to God's presence. He says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall fall on me, even the night shall be light about me. Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you, but the night shines as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to you." The psalmist considers the perfect presence of God with a sense of helplessness. Yet again, he gazes into the boundlessness of God and is completely overwhelmed. You see, the presence of God isn't something that we should search for. In fact, the psalmist observed that even if he were to flee from God, like so many have tried before and failed, his presence would be utterly unavoidable. That's right. We don't have to search for God's presence today. Believe it or not, God's presence is not a feeling. It can't be confined to any singular place or moment of time. If you're searching for a place to be in God's presence today, I'm sorry to break it to you, but your searching is in vain. You are already in the presence of God, and you always will be. One of my favorite lines in this psalm is found in verses 9 and 10. It says, "If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me." It's speculated that by the wings of the morning, the psalmist is making reference to rays of morning sunlight as they stretch across the earth. Even if the psalmist could travel at the speed of light, the Lord would be waiting at his destination to lead him and to hold him. He goes on in verses 11 and 12 to say, "If I say, surely the darkness shall fall on me, even the night shall be light about me. Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you, but the night shines as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to you." Not even the cover of night will hide us from the boundless presence of God. After all, the Lord himself said in Jeremiah 23, verses 23 and 24, "Am I a God near at hand and not a God afar off? Can anyone hide himself in secret places so that I shall not see him? Do I not fill heaven and earth?" I once heard about a little girl who was afraid of storms. And one night, as the storm billowed and the thunder roared outside her window, her mother stayed awake with her, reading the words of the psalmist. And as her mother read, the little girl stopped her and asked, "What does it mean that the darkness and the light are both alike to God?" After some thinking, her mother replied, "Well, my dear, it means that God never sleeps." The little girl said, "Oh, well, I guess if God is staying up, then we can get some sleep." Her mother chuckled and said, "Yes, my dear, I suppose that's so." God will never leave you alone in the darkness. He is ever present and always active. When you're feeling lost and alone in the darkness, remember the words of the psalmist to God. "Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you." That's it for this video. Next time, we'll be taking a look at the third stanza of Psalm 139, which is all about God's boundless creative ability. Until then, feel free to contact the Whispering Pines congregation for any questions or prayer requests you might have. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and God bless.